Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At their own 19-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
And that's going to be incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Geno. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away.
Deep to return is Calvin Austin.
Returnable here from the 38. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. When you talk about this Seahawk defense,
against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Pickett will look to throw it here. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And just shedding him off there. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Back to throw, Pickett. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
No receivers open, so he's forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Dialing up another pass here, Pickett.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Seahawks nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and 10.
To the 22-yard line. You look at the Steeler defense.
They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked third against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6.
Middle. Check 58.
Now Geno.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Seahawks nothing. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hey, Tony.
And Walker once more.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line.
And that's good for a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Geno now to throw.
That's to the rookie, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
At the 3-yard line.
Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's 17-7. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pickett to throw on first down.
He's got a man, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
and the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action.
Boswell on now to kick this one away.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard. A net negative there of 4 yards.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up first and 10.
At their own 21.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Hey, we go, Salon.
Now a second and 10.
13 next, 13 next. Line.
Play action. It's Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Check 58. 53.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Intercepted by the Steelers. They'll take over first and 10.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Pickett's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
At the 48-yard line.
Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Tuesday.
To throw on second down is Smith.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Smith now to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Looking to throw, Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Steelers.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
That's going to be caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
27 yards.
And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here's Moore. He will return it. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now Smith. And complete to Smith and Jigba.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good. For the Seahawks. First down.
Now it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown.
DK Metcalf.
63 yards.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Pickett back to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Looking for Austin, intercepted.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the interception, here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Back to throw, Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line.
And that's good.
And now Smith going to change the play.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Geno on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a two-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now Pickett. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they're going to speed things up here. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
But it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Seahawks 21.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Pickett looking to throw on second down. He'll let it fly for Austin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 36-yard line.
Throwing now is Geno. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Now here's another carry for Harris. Oh, a heck of a move. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A short one there to Fryermuth.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now Austin. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's a gain of 6. And the Steelers 1st down.
1st down, and they go back to Harris. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Pickett on 2nd down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Pickett. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, on turbo.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
49, flip it off, 49.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes You go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Hey, easy.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Pickett.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Harris.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
2nd down. Here's Pickett.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
They're going to run it with Harris. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hey, here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Ready.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
On the counter, it's Walker.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Seahawks on third down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pull it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Pickett back to throw.
This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Steelers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
The score, Steelers 48, Seahawks 21. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
13X, 13X. Clock running. There we go,
Play action. It's Smith going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Tariq Carpenter. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And now here is another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now Myers for the extra point. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Line.
Gino's going to throw. And he's got it. So they decide to still go for it even after the 5-yard penalty. And they convert. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard
Check
line.
58. Hey, on the ball. There goes Tom.
Smith on 1st down. And he's taken in by the tight end Finn. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
53.
On 1st down, Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They can now enjoy the final stages of this one. A very convincing win. I don't know what was said in the locker room, but whatever it was, it worked pretty well.
It certainly did.
It got his man complete.
Down to the 10. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz.
His first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Seahawks 29. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
That's good for the Seattle Seahawks. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Run high. Tuesday.
One last throw here for Smith.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
On his horse. And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Pittsburgh,
they moved to 9-7 on the year with 1 game remaining.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.